Hi, Rachel. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being with us today. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, your real estate business. Give us your elevator pitch.
Absolutely. On the spot. So, my backstory kind of, I was in sales out of college and spent about 8 years selling and managing in more of an employer sales realm. Stayed home with my kids. And just about a year ago, I'm almost up to my anniversary. I decided to sell my own home and get back, into the workforce. So, that was where I started. I have a lot of history because my mom was actually an agent and broker. So I feel like I've been in the industry for a while. However, as far as hanging everything under my own license, almost a year.
That's awesome. It's in your blood then.
It's in my blood and I love it. I truly love it. I can't see myself doing anything else now that I'm back and managing the juggle of kids and everything else. This is the perfect fit for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, tell us about your market. What's going on where you are in Sacramento right now?
Yeah, so we really work in the Sacramento and Placer County. They're both kind of right next to each other. I live in Folsom, California, and around here right now, I think everyone's dealing with an interesting market in certain ways. For us, there is just very little inventory. So it's been a lot of competition. We're kind of seeing what we saw a couple of years ago, and you really have to act very fast, very quickly, because these homes are not sitting. They've got multiple offers for the most part. And that's kind of really what we're seeing here. You're hoping everyone has buyers, right? Everyone's got the buyers. You just gotta get
Yeah.
your offer accepted.
Yeah. So, how have the tools that the Lockhart Bailey Group supplied to you, like your Sacramento home search app, helped you to work with clients in this tough market?
I love this app. I use every single one of my clients, every single person I meet uses it, and it's kind of been a no-brainer for me. It didn't take me long to buy in, honestly, because a couple of the things is ultimately I do love the privacy that people have. I have a hard time managing my email because I get so much junk. And so that hits home for me that I don't need all this spam. I don't need somebody selling my information. So that's my first point to people is, you go in, start searching for homes, and then these large box searches are, not private. So that's number one. Number two, it just allows us to communicate so much quicker. It's like a text message back and forth, except for I've got the link to the home. We've got our searches, we've got our favorites. And again, in this market for us, I can't see any other way of doing it because I don't want to be jumping from app to app or even having to worry about constantly being on top of my emails. I get that little alert button when one of my clients has messaged me or they send the property right through there or vice versa. And it, to me, is the quickest way to really be searching for homes right now. And that's huge right now in this market.
Yeah, it could be the difference between, one of your clients finding that house or somebody else, right?
It really has been. And I would say that a couple of my clients, we've had offers going in under 24 hours from when the listing hit. And I honestly feel like we practically have to, right now. So I don't know how I would do it any other way but using this app right now. It's just so quick. A link gets sent to me in the morning I have a client where this is a good story, actually. He works really late hours and he doesn't get off until 12, 1 or 2. He's actually a chef. And so he'll send me things in like the middle of the night. So then when I wake up and he's still sleeping, I see the property, I schedule a visit. I know he wakes up at 10 or 11 a.m. and I've got that place ready to go see. And we actually are waiting to hear on an offer for him right now. So just being able to do everything so quickly, which if he was having to send me an email that maybe I wouldn't see or any other prior form of communication I was using does not seem to be as efficient as this.
That's awesome. I love to hear stories like that. That's really cool. Anything that we can do to help your business move the process along is always what we're here for.
Yeah.
Awesome. What are your top 2 favorite features about the app?
I mean, the chat back and forth is just imperative, like, and the
Yeah.
fact that the listings are right there and I can comment specifically on a listing and we can talk right about it. That's huge. I'd say that's number one. And then I love the searches. I love that I can see my client searches and their favorites, and I have my own for them as well. So, just everything is just as simple and smooth and really easier than the old apps I was using to search.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
How do
both
you
of them.
how do you present it to a client when you first start working with somebody?
Very easily and very quickly up front. I just let them know that as we search for these homes, my team has created an amazing app. I love it. I talk to them about the privacy and nobody's sharing all of your information, which many of these other apps are doing. And it allows us to communicate back and forth immediately. And a lot of times I'll send them the invitation. Typically, they love that and they download it right away. But if they don't, then I'll do a little follow-up that afternoon or the next day and shoot them a listing in there that kind of prompts the download.
Yeah,
And it
I
depends
like
on,
that. Yeah, it's like a little
yeah,
teaser.
exactly. And it does depend on, I would say that in anytime I'm having a real estate conversation with someone, just bringing it up is fine. But I do also love the QR codes that we have. So in open houses, or I do a really fun Christmas marketing, like a kind of a craft fair at my house. And
Oh,
this was the
cool.
first year that I had that, and we get over 100 people there. And I did a little raffle for everybody who downloaded my app, and it was so easy to scan that, QR code. So that's also very, very helpful. Just
That's
kind of
such a
depends
cool
on,
idea.
yeah, it worked
And do
really
you have
well.
like local vendors
Yeah, every Christmas I do a little shop local the first week of December. I've done this for years, even before I was in real estate, and now it's extra handy. Great way to, communicate with everyone and let them know what I do. But yeah, it was really fun because we do a raffle anyways. If you purchase from a vendor, you get a raffle ticket. Well, I made sure this time that was kind of my plug.
Yeah, the QR codes have like changed the game with just being
Absolutely.
able to exchange info. Yeah, I always say like if you're having an event with any foot traffic or open houses, like bam, QR codes is a great way to capture.
So simple. Yeah.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to an agent starting out right now in this crazy market about taking advantage of these tools that your brokerage provides you, like the Lockhart Bailey Group?
Yeah, I think what's really nice is it helps you to create your brand, number one, which is really important for an agent. So it helps really establish that. I mean, I love our whole app is designed around kind of our look and feel for the Lockhart Bailey Group.
Yeah.
With that said, I think it also really legitimizes you as a realtor. It shows like you must not just be someone who isn't taking this seriously, or, I've got my own
Yeah.
app, everything looks so nice and professional. So I think it really kind of puts us a step up right away, right from the beginning, to show them what we have, to be offering that privacy and that quick communication. It's everything people are looking for in an agent, is communication and someone who knows what they're doing. So I think you show that right up front.
Awesome, Sarah. Thank you for all of these tips.
Love
For anyone who wants to follow along with you, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, Sarah Gause Realtor. And that's probably the best place to find me. That's where most of my activity is.
Okay, cool. Any last tips for anyone or last words of advice?
I mean, have fun with it. Let me see if there was anything else. Yeah, have fun with it. I really appreciate you guys for creating this. I think that I truly can't imagine how I would do this without it. And maybe I haven't been doing this so long, it's only been a year, but every single one of my clients uses it. Every single one of my closes has used it. Everyone I have pending, it's an absolute no-brainer, and it's just part of my business now. So I appreciate that.
Awesome. Thanks for being here with us today. And we will follow along with you, and we can't wait to see all your adventures in real estate.
Sounds great, Rachel. Thank you so much.